Hey everybody, it's your boy Adam back with another Fat to Chubby. It's Monday. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock, so I guess here we go. Today I just wanted to kind of touch on some things I've been seeing lately, and a lot of people have been talking about being lonely in this journey. Now you're 2 weeks into the end of the year. You're still on point with all your goals. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just starting. But two things I'm hearing a lot about the lonely piece of it is I'm so lonely in this thing. This is so awkward, and I'm by myself, and I don't like it. Another one is that their spouse or partner or significant other is really unsupportive in the journey in general. So I guess we'll talk about the spouses first, and then kind of jump into the I'm so lonely part of it, and kind of give you my thoughts. Again, I'm not an expert. Yeah, I have a degree in psychology. Yeah, I'm beating the kind of mental aspect of this to death, but it's really crucial. I think the working out part and the diet part is actually really easy to control, but the mental aspect of it's really hard. It's super complex, especially with everyone's lives, especially right now during the pandemic and stuff like that. So, in the relationship aspect, a lot of times if you do have a spouse or a partner or someone that you've been with for a long time, you've been in a relationship, you've gotten super comfortable with everything you've done, and quite frankly, you've gotten fat together, right? So it's fun, it's comfortable. You're sharing your life, you're eating like really good foods and drinking bottles of wine and having just a great experience. I know that Martin and I did that before kids. We used to go to have a big fancy steak dinner and pop bottles and all that fun stuff all the time. But a lot of times in any relationship, one person gets the light bulb that goes off and they get super motivated to lose weight, whether that's on their own or they're being proactive, or it's someone like myself that hit rock bottom and had a medical professional who was like, dude, you got to lose weight or you're going to have a full knee replacement and possibly die. But luckily in my situation, my wife's been super supportive of everything. But sometimes people don't have that. They don't have that super supportive partner. So, a lot of times maybe that partner isn't ready to join you on the journey. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they enjoy being fat. Maybe they enjoy being unhealthy. Maybe they're scared. But a lot of times I've seen with the different people I've interacted with that turns into jealousy or envy or greed. It's like I hear all the time, oh, my wife's complaining about that I have time to work out, but not this. There's always, just like with the excuses for not doing it for ourselves, if you have an unsupportive partner, they're gonna have the same thing. They're gonna get super jealous of what you're doing and how you're doing it, especially if you have good results. If you do like I did and go, balls to the wall and totally rearrange your diet, and then all of a sudden your fat's just melting off, sometimes you have that partner that gets really, really jealous of that success. And sometimes that comes from their own insecurities too. And it's like, hey, are you gonna lose weight and move on or whatever? But that leads to my main point about having, your journey and having a partner in the journey is that you have to communicate, right? Communication is paramount to any relationship. Communication, honesty, the whole nine. So you have to openly communicate with your partner what you're feeling, why you're doing this, what's going on with you in your life, why you want to do it. And sometimes you might have to literally spell it out for them and say, look, I feel like this way, this sucks. I can't get out of bed. I can't tie my shoes. I can't clip my toenails without, morning, Brian, without, losing my breath. And I don't like that. And then you might even have to go to the point to saying, look, I need you to be in my corner. I need you to be my biggest cheerleader in this because it's hard enough to get myself motivated to do it. I need you to help me help myself, right? Marin was absolutely fantastic with that. Of course, with our whole relationship, I've always been into something crazy, whether it was CrossFit or powerlifting or, the biking. I mean, she's just like, you're going to do what you need to do. I'm with you. Just don't do anything stupid and get hurt. But there's some people that don't have that. And especially, yes, sir, accountability partner is key. But I've also seen some situations where let's say it's a man that's in this situation, he's gone to the doctor and they're like, dude, you got to lose this weight because of X, Y, and Z. And then they get into a workout plan and a health plan and their partner still is not supportive of it. But it's like, look, this is like a life or death thing and you're not being supportive. I think it's just, at the end of the day, it's really shitty. And I'm not one to tell you what to do in your personal life, but if you have a major health concern and you're doing all the work to overhaul your diet and your exercise program and you don't have a partner that is supportive of that, then maybe you should really think about that, and if you need to be in that kind of relationship. Again, not an expert. I'm not a fitness expert. I'm not a mental health expert. I'm just a guy ranting and raving and rambling on the internet. So take it for what it's worth. All right, second part of it, the I'm so lonely piece of it, right? So I've been hearing this a lot. It's like, I don't like working out. I'm so lonely. I've never done this before, blah, 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 blah. Hey, Mom. But the question I always have to ask people when they say they're lonely and this whole thing is like, were you lonely when you crushed that bag of Oreos, that thing of Oreos, that thing of Chips Ahoy? When you crushed that whole sleeve of cookies, were you lonely then? Were you lonely when you ate that double meat, double cheese Whataburger with bacon and jalapenos and grilled onions? Not that I'm hungry. But it's just one of those things, at that point in time, you weren't lonely because you had comfort in food, right? So a lot of the mental health aspect of this and the lonely of it is you have to develop better coping mechanisms for your life. And that in turn will help you just be healthier in general and make better decisions. But I think that a lot of us, myself included, found food and alcohol is that cure for being lonely, the cure for being insecure or lack of self-confidence. But that's part of it, right? Yeah. Is this journey lonely? Yes. But that's a very negative way of looking at it, right? So I know I've spoken in other videos about investing in yourself, right? Being selfish with your me time, dedicating yourself to being a healthy version of yourself, right? So that's just it. I mean, you can put your screen down, and the irony is I'm doing this all Facebook Live, and I want you to watch it and smash the like button and share it with your friends and all that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, we get sucked into social media, especially now during the pandemic, because it's a great escape. But it's better just to get up and go do something. So, but the whole lonely part, again, getting back to that, is that when you first start out, it is lonely. It does suck. I mean, it does suck. But it's because your mind hasn't changed to accept that this lonely part, this part of the journey is actually very healthy for you, right? So now for me, when I get up, I'm the one getting up at 4 a.m. by myself. I'm getting my miles in by myself, right? But I have a system now. I put in some awesome tunes, and then I just go. And I have different routes I take, and it lets me kind of get my thoughts together for the day and all the stuff I need to do, and I start getting organized. So for me, it just turns into more of a mental health exercise. So that it's not being lonely, but it's more of a peace and time of solitude that I can just get my shit together and get on with my day. But getting back to the point of the video is that when you first start working out, right? I remember when I first started doing it, I was lonely. I was scared. I was worried about people judging me being the fat guy in the gym. Am I doing this wrong? What am I doing over here? I have no plan. Oh my God, this sucks. You know what? Fuck this. I'm going to Whataburger and I'm going to go home and be fat and happy, right? I'll try again next Monday. But what I started doing to help me out with that was that, I started getting a plan, right? There's bodybuilding.com. There's millions of resources out there that will give you a workout plan. Make a plan, review your plan, and then put that plan into action. And that helped me a ton. But more than lonely tip too, when you're starting the journey out, the working out feels lonely and awkward at first until you start embracing it, leaning into it. The eating right definitely does. I know for me, my crew at my old office, we always did fun lunches. It was like a recess for us. And I hated being that guy. I'd be like, I'll have a grilled chicken salad instead of like pizza, right? Or a burger or whatever it may be. Or, it's just you feel difficult, you feel awkward. But at the same time, again, you need to surround yourself with people that are going to cheerlead you and really help you with the journey. So, again, I guess in summation, this is going to be a short one today because I think everyone's off and everyone's having either a fun, relaxing day or you're going to mulch your yard and paint some of your house like I am today. But at the end of the day, I would say embrace the journey, embrace the loneliness, embrace the awkwardness. Pick something you want to get better at and just work on that. Watch YouTube videos on it, figure out better ways of doing it. But yeah, another thing I would say to do is that good feeling you get from food, work on replacing that with the good feeling you get from working out, right? Embrace the endorphins, embrace the suck. Because at the end of the day, if you can do that after you work out, it's going to be awesome. Like this morning I woke up, it was like 38 degrees. Did I want to go for a ride? Shit, no, I didn't. I'm like, this is stupid. Why am I even up right now doing this? But no, I put on my t-shirt and a hoodie and a thermal jersey. I put on like sweats, 2 pairs of socks, and I got out there and I got like 25 miles in, and I feel 100% better since then. I came home, spent time with the family, when I got a shitload of mulch, and now I'm ready to rock and roll. So at the end of the day, you really have to change your mindset. Instead of being lonely, look at it as a time and period where you can have to yourself to get some exercise in, to get those endorphins going, to start your day right, and just really, you got to change it to a positive. Look at everything you look at for a negative, and this might help some people too. Keep a journal, right? Keep a journal. Every time you have a negative thought, write it down, and then go back to it and say, why did I think this is negative, and how can I turn this into a positive, right? It's like I've said before, I mean, a lot of times you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm going to do this today. Oh, sorry, I just kind of timed out there for a second. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to kick ass today, and I'm going to get this done. And just go and do it and have those positive affirmations. But you have to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that, right? And that's the whole thing about it. It's like you're not going to change unless you're truly ready. And then once you are, it's an amazing thing. Once you realize that you are the magic pill and you can make those changes, all you have to do is just get up and move. It's that easy. I mean, there's no shortcuts. There's no special tea that you can drink. There's no crash diet that's going to work for you. Whatever you do short term, it's going to come back and kick yourself in the ass. So remember, it's better to be that turtle in this than the hare. I mean, it's going to be a journey. You didn't get fat overnight, but now I'm officially rambling. So that's all. Oh my God, this thing sucks. So that's all I got. Just reminding you guys just to get up and move. Fat the Chubby, and I'm out.